I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me...
Hello everyone, welcome back to V Squad TV. Today we're going to discuss news that will truly make the fandom's hearts race. BTS has finally been confirmed to be rocking American screens again on one of the most iconic shows, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. And not just once, but 2 days in a row. Yes, you heard that right. 2 nights in a row, the 7 members of BTS will be here, bringing the world's long-awaited comeback. And of course, all eyes will be on the one figure who always manages to take anyone's breath away. Kim Taehyung. This big news immediately exploded in the ARMY community after various media reports reported that BTS would be returning to the American late-night show with which they have a long and emotional history. For longtime fans, this moment isn't just another promotional schedule. It's symbolic. It marks BTS's return as a complete, unified group, ready to conquer the global stage once again. After a long journey, solo projects, and a period of military service that changed everything, the 7 members are now back together as one. And when BTS returns, the world always feels different. What makes this news even more remarkable is the fact that this is being touted as BTS's first full group appearance on an American late-night program since 2021. It means a long wait has finally paid off. For years, ARMY could only imagine what it would be like to see RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook sitting together again on the same interview couch, laughing, joking around, and then standing on stage proving once again why BTS's name has never truly left the top. But for all the anticipation filling the air, one name looms large in fan conversations: Taehyung. V isn't just a beloved member of BTS. He's a magnet. He's an aura. He's the kind of star who doesn't need much to command the room. Every time BTS performs on a major program, Taehyung is almost always the center of attention, whether it's for his piercing gaze, his calm yet deadly expressions, his warm baritone voice, or the way he makes the camera fall in love with him in just a second. And that's why this comeback feels like a stage truly made for him to shine again. According to circulating information, BTS will appear on 2 consecutive episodes of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, bringing exclusive interviews and musical performances that are sure to become global buzz. This format is certainly not something given to just any artist. It's a show of trust, recognition, and proof that BTS's appeal in the United States remains at its highest level. Jimmy Fallon himself has long been known for his warm chemistry with BTS, and every time they meet, there's always a special energy that can't be faked. This time, that energy is sure to be even more emotional. Imagine the moment when Jimmy Fallon greets them one by one. RM with his authority, Jin with his trademark humor, Suga with his sharp composure, J-Hope with his unflagging bright energy, Jimin with his gentle, elegant charm, Jungkook with his maturing superstar aura, and of course, Taehyung, who will likely arrive with killer visuals and a mysterious expression that will instantly silence the studio for a few seconds. If there's one person who can turn a crowded room into a dead silence with just one look, it's Kim Taehyung. This performance was also linked to BTS's major comeback promotion with their latest album, Arirang, which is currently the center of attention in the music world. The album was officially released on March 20th, 2026, marking a new chapter in the group's journey after a long period of solo activities and a group hiatus due to military service. In fact, Reuters reported that the album immediately recorded sales of 3.98 million copies on its first day, a figure that reaffirmed that BTS was not just returning, they were returning with a bang that was almost impossible to match. The name Arirang itself feels very symbolic. Various reports have described this album as a project that seeks to bridge BTS's old identity with a new version. More mature, more reflective, but still possessing great artistic courage. AP News noted that this project highlights BTS's desire to reassert their Korean cultural identity, drawing inspiration from the legendary folk song Arirang, while their upcoming documentary will also explore the creative process and pressures behind this comeback. And when it comes to identity, Taehyung is one of the figures who best represents BTS's artistic depth. In recent years, Taehyung has been known to mature in his expression, both musically, visually, and emotionally. He's no longer just a mesmerizing visual. He's an artist who understands atmosphere, understands silence, and knows how to convey feelings even without words. Therefore, many armies believe that Taehyung's Arirang era will be one of the most iconic phases of his career with BTS. It's not just about the music, but also the narrative. This comeback feels like a grand homecoming. Teen Vogue even described Arirang as a moment where BTS seemed to say goodbye to the old version of themselves and move towards something new, with deeper honesty and artistic courage. This means that every performance now isn't just entertainment. It's a statement. And when Taehyung stands in the lights of an American stage again, it's not just another idol performing on TV. It's an artist returning after a major life change. Armies are also getting even more excited because 2 consecutive days on Jimmy Fallon's show have raised the possibility that BTS will perform 2 different songs. If true, then we could see 2 distinct sides of this album. One explosive, energetic, and rocking, and another more emotional, intimate, and deeper. And this is where Taehyung has always had a unique strength. In intense songs, he can be the center of charisma. In sad songs, he can be the center of emotion. Not many artists can pull off both with such a level of presence. Looking back, BTS's relationship with The Tonight Show is certainly no ordinary one. Many armies still remember the BTS Week era, the iconic performance of Butter, and the viral moments that made the American public fall in love with them even more. Every visit to Jimmy Fallon always felt like an event in itself, not just an album promotion. And now, after all this time, they're back with a much higher level of emotion because the world knows this isn't just BTS promoting, this is BTS coming back whole. What makes this situation even more crazy is the incredibly tight and massive timing. Following the release of their album Arirang on March 20th, BTS immediately held BTS The Comeback Live Arirang on March 21st, which streamed globally via Netflix from Gwanghwamun Square in Seoul. This was confirmed by the official Netflix and Tudum websites, which stated that the live show aired globally on March 21st and was their first full group performance since their hiatus. The live performance in Seoul itself had already set the internet ablaze. Fan discussions on Reddit were filled with emotional reactions, praise, and, of course, a huge spotlight on Taehyung. In one major fan community thread, a comment read, "Taehyung's voice was impeccable, so was his outfit," a simple phrase, but one that captures how V once again proves that his voice and visuals are equally killer during live performances. Community reactions also noted that BTS's vocals, synchronization, and stage presence felt like a homecoming for many armies. For V Squad TV, the most compelling part is undoubtedly the fact that Taehyung in this era seems to be a more mature and sharper version of himself. He doesn't need to overdo it to command attention. In fact, his simplicity holds immense power. While other members exude explosive energy, Taehyung often appears like a slow-moving storm, calm, yet devastating. This is why many armies believe Jimmy Fallon's cameras will eventually fall in love with Taehyung all over again, as they have at every major BTS performance before.
Do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor.